What's the crack?
What's the bleeding story? How's everyone doing? We're just doing a live stream here. It's a bit of crack, you know.
And
See what the story is.
Yeah, we have to get it close up because we can't do the comments.
Yeah, because we can't touch the screen to do the comments and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, no, just FA Cup weekend. There was a few mad results. Seen Newcastle lost against Cambridge. What's the bleeding story there? You know. I was on a Newcastle show there earlier on. John, very good guy. You know. We were chatting just about Newcastle in general and stuff like that, and you know, I was saying, Eddie Howe, what's the bleeding story, man? You know, I'd give him a year at most. And then, you know, they're like us then. If they're going to stick around with him, you know, it's, you know, they're just, it'll be like Arteta, you know, you're just fucking going around in circles. They need to start acting like a big club. You have to have all this money, big fucking money they have, you know. Start acting like it. Get rid, you know. Just want to shout out to all the boys, the real ones in the bleeding chat. What's the bleeding story? You know, what's the crack? Mertesacker out as well. Yeah, 100%. He's bleeding, acting the bleeding clown he is. Ryan, what's the story, man? You doing well? There's a real one in the gaff. What's the story, man? You all right? Here's another real one. What's the bleeding story? The legends are in the bleeding gaff. You know what I mean? But yeah, Newcastle losing 1-0. Bleeding mad, you know. I was I'm just checking up scores here as well. I seen 3-3 Sunderland. Wigan came back 3-3 all. Fucking good result. Like, you know, it was a last minute, 89 minute, and it seems it was 4-4 as well in some game. I'm just checking out the results here as I'm talking to you. Paul, what's the story, man? When are you coming on? I'll drop in a link as well, actually. Any of you can come on. You don't need to show your face or anything, or you can bleed and show whatever you want once it's not rude. You know, just give us 1 second here and I'll just get this stuff out into the chat. Zach, do you need to say anything, or do you need to get anything off your shoulders?
No, I'm
fine. Yeah, so FA Cup weekend. I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow now. I like the FA Cup. We're the bleeding legends at it. You know what I mean? We're yeah, look, I dropped in the link there. I think it's in, yeah, dropped it in. Yeah, what's your predictions tomorrow, guys? What do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll stuff them? Will we get stuffed? You know? 1-0 Chelsea so far, is it? I'd fear them in the cup, you know. And just going back to Newcastle, I thought they should have bleeding thrown everything at this. You know, the cup, win a cup. You know, get the bleeding thing off your back. You know what I mean? Good evening, Tony. Good evening, good man, Niall. What's the story? You were on John's channel there earlier on as well. I forgot to say hello to you. I was bleeding in the middle of a rant. You know what I mean? Me and the bleeding rants. You know. Yeah. Look, the thing is in there. Drop in if anyone wants it, no problem at all. I'm just sticking on these results here now, and we'll talk about them. Like who we did. So you see Man City as well won 1-0. I bet you we're going to get them. For some reason, I have some feeling we're going to get them, and they'll end bleeding everything for us. You know what I mean? We'll be bleeding out before we know it. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to get this on here. Hold on 1 second. I'm bleeding useless at all this stuff. You know. Right, 4-0 Arsenal. Do you not reckon they'll score? Leno will be in goal, I'm sure. You know, and if he's in goal, anything can bleed and happen, you know. But yeah, I'd like to see. I'd like to think so. But remember, again, they bet us the last time we were here. You know, it's you know, if he has the young team, it depends on what he puts out, really. You know, and who has COVID and stuff like this, like, you know, and that won't be playing. Because yesterday, if you've seen the press conference review that we done, the video there yesterday, he was saying in it that yeah, there could be 1 or 2 out from this. Like, you know, could it be cancelled? You know, I bleeding hope not. It's doing me head in, these bleeding COVID cases and games not being played. You know, it's a bit frustrating, but like, you know, what can we do? Arsenal should beat Nottingham Forest 100%. We should be beating them easily enough. Like, you know, even if he puts out the young kids, I'm dying to see your man, this Patino again. I hope he puts him out. Yeah, I enjoyed watching him the last time. give him a bleeding run out. And also Smith Rowe, he had been resting him, like, you know, because he wasn't fully fit, he said in the press conference yesterday. So I'd want him to definitely start tomorrow. It'd be great seeing him starting. I'd say he'd run amok tomorrow. 1-0 Hull v Everton. There you go. Fair play, Hull. Everton are bleeding. I'll tell Rafa's getting the thumbtack, I think. He's bleeding, getting the sack. He has to. The big giant killer for me today is Cambridge beating Newcastle. 100%. That's exactly it, Niall. I was saying that earlier on. That's a bad result for Eddie Howe. Is he the manager for Newcastle? I don't think so. But look, you have to give him time. And the time I give is next May 2023. You evaluate then. If they're not in the top 10, see you later, Eddie. Eddie out. Like our Eddie. Eddie, get out, you bleeding clown. You're wrecking the bleeding gaff. You know what I mean? He's no, not good enough for me. I forgot about Z-Fraud. Z-Fraud. Yeah, exactly, yeah. What was the score there the last one? Was it 1-0, was it? Or 2-1 or something like that? Bleeding disgrace, that result. I was only looking at the team that started. Welbeck was up front for that game. Koscielny was playing. Martinez, I think, was in goal. So you can get that team up. But yeah, I reckon we will win, obviously, but you know, it'd be a major upset if we lose. Sack him. It's that simple. Top of the evening, lads. Good man, why not? What's the crack with you, man? Peppers Cova, does he? No way. That's who I was dying to bleed and play as well. Would have had him, Smith Rowe, and Patino. That would have been good. Nice to see, you know. Should be back yet again. Yeah, he was back. He was doing in the press conference there yesterday. He was talking shite, and the bleeding journals talking shite to him, doing me head in. You know what I mean? Doing me head in, just like stupid questions. How are you after the COVID? Are you for real? Seriously? You went to college to fucking do your bleeding degree or whatever in journalism, and you ask him how you keeping, like, have you COVID? And other, like, oh, I won't even start. Just check that video out. I was on a rant. Oh, yeah. His ears were bleeding.
Oh my god!
Had to put a few euro in the swear jar. That's this. Smash them lights up. I tell you, if Hull beat Everton, he has to be gone. What's the story with him? Chelsea 2 up, so there you go. They're flying. You know, it's they're on fly mode settings. You know, they're doing well. I think. I was thinking they might have a blip, you know, in the league, and we could catch them. I don't think so. I think they're going to kick on Chelsea, like, you know, as much as I hate saying it. Yeah, they will. I think that game is going to go about 5-0, I'd say, you know. But look, it's a cup game. I'm sure they're, like, you know, Chesterfield are happy to be bleeding, you know, in the competition and got this far. Like, you know, it starts for them, like the lower teams. It starts way back, doesn't it? Like, you know, we're who you not? I was trying to think who knocked United out. What's the story? Who knocked them out? They're bleeding. They were shocking. Only at the wheel at the time, you know. I'm just 1 second. I just need to grab something here. 1 second. Just to get me scores up, get me live stream up.
My eyes killing me.
Why?
Just it.
Did it say who bet United in the chat there?
What?
Does it say who beat United in the cup? No, don't think so. No. Sorry guys, just 3-0 now. Oh Jesus, they're done for. They're done. Sorry guys, I'm just checking. I'm just putting the scores on here. Have them now, yeah. See who. 1 second. Yeah, does anyone know who beat United? Huddersfield beating Burnley. No, for the FA Cup. Are United out of it? Trying to look here. FA Cup.
Man United can't get in front of us now.
Yeah, but with the games in hand. Yeah, sorry guys, I was just sorting something out there. Huddersfield beating Burnley 2-1. Yeah, I just have that. And then earlier from the earlier on kickoff, Mansfield Town, Middlesbrough won that 3-2. Bristol, Fulham, 1-0 to Fulham. Burnley won, Huddersfield 2. Who won the Huddersfield? Jesus, I'll tell you. What's the story then with oh Man United face Villa? Jeez, I thought they were out of it. Yeah, what's the? I was going to say Burnley. I wonder would he get the sack? If he's like getting beaten by. Well, I suppose they're throwing everything into the league. They have to really, don't they? Like they're doing really bad in the league as well. Hartlepool, Blackpool. Hartlepool beat them. Well done. Millwall, Crystal Palace. Paddy Vieira. What? 2-1. Won the Palace. Barnsley, Borough. Barnsley 5-4 after extra time. That would have been a bleeding deadly game to look at as well. West Ham beat United. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, are United out? Or what's the story? They're playing Villa in the. Hold on 1 second. Get this up. Need to see. Yeah. Sunday. Yeah.
Where are they?
Let's see. I'm trying to see here, but they must be playing.
Are they out?
Yeah, I think they are. Is it? All good, gents. What's the bleeding story? You boys are watching the games today, and you, young Zach, what do you make of today's giant killings? What do you think? So, Cambridge beating Newcastle Premier League. They're the richest club on the bleeding planet, and they're a small little team. There you go. You know what I mean? Small little team beating Newcastle. What do you think?
That's actually
fair play to them.
Yeah,
I'm delighted for them.
great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good.
like,
You
well
always.
done, well done.
Yeah. It's that's why I love the FA Cup. It gives the smaller teams a chance to get get out there, get a day out, and be
Like
you know
small
a big,
teams
big
beating
exactly
teams.
be a big team, and it's all about your mentality, what you want to do. You know what I mean? I want to win this game. I'm gonna go out and try my hardest to win it, and they do it. I'm delighted for Cambridge. And fair play, Ryan as well. Subscribe to Ryan. Ryan's a Man City fan. They're gonna bleed and run amok this year. It's
Man City
subscribe
is
to him. He does good stuff. But yeah, look, I'm just gonna the games tomorrow. Our game is obviously on at 5:10, and I'm doing a reaction as well with Big Josh. We're going to do player ratings after the game, so check out his channel. I'll be on that. And if we lose, Jesus Christ, I'll lose the plot. I'll lose the plot. You know what I mean? It just shouldn't be done. And I don't care what players he puts out tomorrow or anything like that. They should have enough in it to win the game. I don't want this. What happened is the last time at Forest, and that's no disrespect to Nottingham Forest, but Arsenal should not be losing to them. No way, because it just should be pretty much straightforward. The young players, if he has the likes of Smith Rowe playing, even if he had that Patino playing as well, you know what I mean, it should be plenty enough to get the job done. He'll probably start Eddie up front. I'm thinking in goal he'll have Leno, and I don't know who's available. Cedric, he'll give him a run out. Pablo Maria, I think, is back. If he's back, play him. Why not? Give him a run out. He'll probably have Holding or something like that beside him. And then let me see, who would he have on the left? He might try. Who will he put on the left? I'm trying to think who's available. I'll come back to that in a second. Midfield. Jesus, who will he have in midfield? In the defence, Partey's gone, isn't he? I'm not. Yeah, it's just all about who's available. I would have put Ainsley Maitland-Niles in there. You know what I mean? But obviously he's gone now. What are they going to do? Are they going to go into the market, get a midfielder ASAP? Has to be done. It's just. I hate this last minute stuff, and whereas we're losing all games and stuff like that, and we're going just because we're delaying it, trying to get a better deal or something like that. No, go straight for it.
And actually, I'm surprised that Arsenal are in fourth. I thought they would have been in seventh or.
Yeah. Well,
like
it's just because with the games that we are playing, it's just I'm just. It annoys me just that we're not beating the teams in the top four, top 5, 6. It's just not good enough. The predictions for CFC final score, can they reach double digits? So what do you think? Chelsea flying? It's 3-0 at the minute.
Is it?
Yeah, 3-0 to
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, so I'd say they are going to run
Wait,
them.
who's Chelsea playing for?
Chester.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 3-0 as we're speaking. They're at home, Stamford Bridge. It's 1-1 now, Hull Everton. Everton back in it. You know, even though they're away at Hull, you know, Rafa will struggle. I think Rafa will definitely struggle if they lose. I think he'll get the sack if they lose to Hull. It's such an important game for them, you know. Yeah, 1-1. Look at start Sambi. Yeah, that's right. Get his legs muscles warmed up after a long. Yeah, I know he should have for me the way that Shaka was there, I wouldn't even fucking had him on the team. I would have had Sambi in with Party. You know, they were doing all right when they started. You know, why not? Why not now? You know, keep him there. Lakonga and Shaka will play. But is Shaka not? Is he not suspended for the game because of the red card? Is it one game that he's suspended for? And look, I put him for this, like, you know. But yeah, it's a bit like, you know, in midfield, it's a bit fucking. You know, it's just so frustrating because he's just a liability, or even probably against the lower teams, he's not a liability. But like, you know, it's proven and proven again that when he's playing against the top 6 team, he just fucks something up, and it's so frustrating and it's annoying as well. Like, you know, if we won that game against Man City, we were flying. You know, but look, here we go. We've Spurs next in the league. My bad, West Ham beat United in the Carabao Cup. They played Aston Villa Monday in the FA. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, I knew that they were out one cup, and I was slagging a few of them over it. West Ham it was. Son is injured, and he will miss the North London derby against Arsenal and miss the second leg against Chelsea. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice to hear. Son bleeding runs amok. It's a pity it's not fucking Harry Kane as well, because Harry Kane is fucking. You know he's going to score, and I'm going to put money on it that he will score. I'm going to fucking definitely put a few quid in it because he just loves scoring against us. You know, Shaka should be fucking binned for life after that City error. I'm tired of him. What would it take for him to be finally binned? I'll tell you what. Like in the summer, I don't know how you guys felt, but when I heard he was getting a contract, right, and it was in around the same time that we were signing Ramsdale, I was snapping. I was going fucking mad. I was just there like, you're not a proven keeper. Like, you know, he's shite and all this stuff. I was saying, hands up. I'm wrong so far. It's still a long season, but he is doing brilliant, and I'm delighted for him. But fucking Shaka, when I heard he was getting a contract, like even the stuff he was saying, oh, Rome, yeah, it's lovely and all this crap, and he was then saying Jose's a great manager and all. Well, fuck off then. Go to fucking Rome. Fuck off. Don't stay at us. And then you're fucking dropping the armband and all that. And Arsenal are still taking this. Ah, stop. Like, don't get me fucking started. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking disgrace, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Leading way he goes on. Like no other Arsenal captain was like that, really. Like, you know, Koscielny, in the end, he fucking had a bad he left bad taste in my mouth after him. Don't get me started on that. But like, you know, like what does it like? You wouldn't get Tony Adams like that. You know, even Fabregas was fairly decent. Like, you know what I mean? As a captain, I'm talking about. You know, he's a brilliant player. And I was at the time when he was in Barcelona and Wenger wouldn't re-sign him. I was so fucking angry at that. And then it was horrible to even look at him in a Chelsea jersey. I just couldn't look at it. You know, it was so frustrating. Yeah, Son's out for 3 weeks. Well, maybe a few youngsters might get a chance. Yeah, I hope they do. Like, you know, and sprinkle a bit of experience in there, because like I'm sure Eddie will play if he's fit and if he's ready. And I'm sure Smith Rowe, because in the press conference yesterday, Arteta was saying that he wasn't 100% fit at the time, and that's why he was only having bit parts playing. So that's why he hadn't been playing him, you know. So yeah, Smith Rowe for me will definitely start, and I think he'll do well. I'm hoping he will anyway. I hope he rests Saka. I don't want to see Saka be played at all because he's just wearing him out. Do I want Martinelli to play? No, I don't. And the simple fact is because I want that boy raring to go against Spurs, because if he plays against Spurs, I'm putting money on him to score as well, 100%. If he'll be well up for it, and if he's well up for it, he scores, and it's that simple. You know what I mean? And it's like playing him against Forest for me is a bit of a risk, and the simple fact is the risk is if he gets injured and he's out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or something like that. Where does that put us? I know we'll have Saka back, Smith Rowe, but it's a risk, and we don't need to be taking this risk at all. No way. It's sorry, you just missed a chat here.
And I just went inside to get my Arsenal jersey on.
All right, yeah, he never takes this bleeding thing off now. Man City face Chelsea at the Etihad. Not easy game. No, that's not going to be an easy game. But, and what I'll say here, Ryan, is if Arsenal were at the Etihad, I couldn't see Arsenal winning, and it's that simple. But with Chelsea, I could see Chelsea trying to get a result. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea won, if you know what I mean, or get a draw. But I just couldn't see that at all with Arsenal. That's a free hit, if you know what I mean. Like, Arsenal just would not beat them. And I'm saying free hit as in, like, we don't have the balls to go up to the Etihad, stick it to City and win. We don't have that. Chelsea, on the other hand, do. Tuchel would have them, fuck it, just go for it, beat them. Whereas Arteta, let's not lose. And you're going in with that mentality, you will lose. Simple as. I'm going to have to disagree with you, Dale, and Shaka. There, my man. Shaka, captain, I'll start again. Capitulation doesn't only apple crumble against top opposition. He crumbles in high-octane, high-pressure situations. Yeah, 100% agree with that. Yeah, he does. But in fairness, he has played a few okay games with us. Like, he's like, now I wouldn't be standing there going, Jesus, Shaka played fucking brilliant today. But I'm not saying that. He's just sort of like in an Irish point of view, like Glenn Whelan, he's just there and sort of does a job. You don't know what he does, but he does a job. And the likes of Arteta and all players big him up for it. So I don't know, but no, I do agree with what you're saying 100%. 2-1 to Everton. Oh, geez, 2-1. Geez, Rafa's maybe saved his bacon there, and it's still, what's the Chelsea game? Still 3-0 Chelsea. Swansea, Southampton winning 1-0. And Yeovil, Bournemouth 0-0.
I'd actually like to see the
Birmingham as well, Plymouth.
Chelsea game. Chelsea and
Chesterfield, yeah. But so like I was saying for tomorrow, I think up front definitely he'll have Eddie. But I don't want to see Saka there. As I said, Saka or Martinelli, I don't want to see them in. Put in the young fellas. And I know he'll probably start Saka, which will really wind me up now, because like Martinelli, if he gets an injury, we're in trouble. It's as simple as that. And for me, the priority would be to the priority for me is to, obviously now in the situation we're in, is to win a cup, one of them, because we're in it. And then the next is obviously finishing in the top 4. If he does that, is it a successful season? Yeah, a bit, but it doesn't make me want to keep Arteta, because for us to push for the title, and that's what I want, is the Premier League. That's my first goal, is to get the Premier League. We won't get it with him, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, we need a new.
Brighton under Emery, captain, completely late, strikes again. Yeah. I think Chelsea will win 6-0. 6-0. Yeah, I said 5. We'll see who's right at the end. It's 35 minutes into the game, still 3-0. Well, who would you guys have? Would you start Saka tomorrow? Would you start Martinelli? For me, Eddie is up front, and it's basically to put him in the shop window and just hope he scores a bleeding hat-trick or something like that, and it'll throw $500,000 probably onto the price tag, or a few $100,000 or something like that. But he definitely has to go. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to touch base then on like who we need to sign, in the transfer window. And there's strong with your man, the Vlahovic, the Fiorentina guy. There's a lot of that maybe maybe a bit more than a rumor. If we get him, lovely. He's I've only I'll be honest, I've only seen sort of YouTube clips, and I don't like judging a player on YouTube clips. It could be his fucking auntie put it together, and oh, look at him, he's great, you know. But no, he's good. He's a big guy, can hold up the ball, like, you know, get a header or two. Does anyone in the chat know of him or seen him play matches or anything like that? I'd be interested to see what you think. I love another FA Cup. I'm one of the few who still love it. However, it would guarantee Arteta a life contract. So again, I'm caught 2 points. I'm the same. You know what I mean? Like to me, if he won a cup, yeah, he's going nowhere for about a year or two. He could lose about 4 or 5 games in a row. He would not get sacked. He fucking definitely wouldn't. Oh, he won the trophy. Sure, he won the FA. He's still living off the FA Cup we won there 2 years ago. You know, he's still living off that hype. You know, and you know, he lost the first 3 games of the season. He's still nothing mentioned from the board at all that he's getting the old fucking thumbtack. You know what I mean? If that was any of us and any of our jobs and we're not doing it right, what happens to you? Good luck. Get out. Close that door, will you bleeding clown? Who are you starting on the wings? Oh, yeah. You think he will put Balogun or Eddie on the wings or go back to 4-4-2? Good question. I think he's going to go 4-4-2. Yeah, I think he will. Yeah. Jeez, I forgot about Balogun. Let me see. Yeah. I'd put Balogun on the wing and just fuck Eddie up front. Throw him up front. And the only reason why I want him up front is because I want him to score a goal or two, and it puts him in the shop window and just get him out of the club. Because him at the club means we're not signing a striker, if you know what I mean. And even though I said about Vlahovic, but, you know, they may have a buyer for Eddie, you know, because I think Lacazette will just run his contract out, or possibly they might sign him on a new contract, but he'll want mad money. But, you know, as we're speaking now, 3 strikers will be gone, we'll say, by May time. As I'm speaking now, 3 strikers. That to any club, because Aubameyang's gone, Lacazette's contract's up in the summer, and Eddie's contract is up in the summer. So there's 3 gone. So that is, for any club, in the one position, a big, big upset. You know, it's going to put them back, you know, put them back a season, if you know what I mean, because you have to then replace them players with either young players, or obviously you're going to have to buy players. So they're going to have to do something about it. And now is the time to do it. It's because you're bedding in a new player, getting used to the way that Arsenal play, getting used to the scenes, the fucking tea ladies, and, you know, from everything like that, get him settled into London if he's coming from abroad, you know, get him used to the culture. All stuff like that has to be played. He's a human being at the end of the day. So you have to, you know, allow for that. So bed him in now, and not this fucking last minute transfer window. You're after missing a whole heap of games. You know what I mean? Do it now. So it's just frustrating. But yeah, look, I'd go with Balogun probably on the wing, and then Eddie up front. Definitely. I'm with you on that, Carl. Love the fact Cup, hate fucking Arteta. One Tony. FA Cup. Yeah. I love the FA Cup as well, myself. I love when it gets to the business end of things, you know, and we are the bleeding champions at it. At least we're good at something, you know. I'd start the youngsters with a couple of experienced heads, and if needed, bring on a couple of first team players late on. We have more than enough for Forest, 100%. Even the young players, like, you know what I mean. We definitely have more than enough to put the result away, you know. And I was even like, I actually love the FA Cup as well. Like, I was actually thinking of going over to the Forest game, but because this fucking all this COVID malarkey, I you know, can't bleed move out the door, you know. 4-0. 4-0, yeah. Oh, we're going on 1 away. You're 2 away. Just hit
it went to 4.
Yeah, 4-0.
Oh, I didn't know.
Birmingham, Plymouth 0-all. Chester, Chesterfield, Chelsea 4-0. Hull, Everton still 2-1 to Everton. Swansea, Southampton 1-0 to Southampton, and Yeovil, Bournemouth. Oh, Bournemouth got a goal, 1-0 to Bournemouth. Go on to Bournemouth. This game's getting silly now. Yeah, it is. It's going to be I'd say you could be right. There could be a few more in it. I'd say my 5-0 prediction is out the door. Proactive FC. Yeah, exactly. Defence is a shambles. Who Chesterfield's defences? I'm not even watching. I'm just have it here on the results. Just watching that here. But yeah. So going back to like who we need to sign, like you know what I mean. So your man, that Vlahovic, I'll take him. Like you know, big strong player. He sort of reminds me of Giroud. So you know, Arsenal are sort of missing that. And I think the likes of Tierney will play well. You know, when he's whipping the ball in, give it a bit of height, get this fella on it. He seems like he's a big enough guy as well. You know. Is there anyone else that you guys think we should sign? I know Calvert-Lewin might come into it as well, but yeah, I would take him, but he just doesn't score enough goals. And when we when we signed Welbeck, I was thinking to myself, and I don't want to fall down. I don't want to fall down this trap again. I was thinking Welbeck will run amok with us. I really thought that. Did you guys actually think that? I thought he was going to play well because the way Arsenal play, I thought it was going to suit him, you know. But obviously, he wasn't fucking great, was he? You know, he was a bit of a letdown, if you ask me. But anyway, yeah, I think Calvert-Lewin could be like that for some reason. I just do. I don't know why. Like who else is out there, you know, that can score? I want someone that scores goals because we need, if we want to go for a title charge next season, we need someone that's going to score at least 20 goals. So that's a minimum. And then obviously you need your midfielders to score as well. But I think we have that with the likes of Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Saka. You know, Odegaard at the minute, he's chipping in with a few goals, a few assists. That's fair enough. You know, I'd have Vlahovic, yeah, Wijnaldum, and if I could bring back Guendouzi. Yeah, do you know what? I keep forgetting about Guendouzi as well. You know what I mean? He's what you call it? He is, yeah, he's definitely someone that would be good. I'd love to see him playing tomorrow. Even Saliba as well, the two of them. Like Jesus Christ, it's so frustrating that they're over there. And apparently Guendouzi has in his contract for a permanent move. You know, he is going to be a French international for years to come, you know, and we're just letting him go for about 10 million or something silly like that. It is. Saliba just hasn't been given a chance. And this is what wrecks me head with Arteta. He just, if he falls out with someone, they're gone. See you later. Like, how about if we do that to you, Arteta? You know what I mean? I know what Guendouzi done and all was a bit stupid, a bit like, you know, young fella thinking he's fucking deadly or whatever. But you can't just kick him out of the club for that. You have to sort of, you know, maybe he was doing more, I don't know, but Jesus, give the guy a chance. You know, you've proved your point now, Arteta. You have your point proven. Bring him back, let him play. You know what I mean? I think he'd be really good in our team at the minute. Really would. Del Boy, cheers, fella. Where's the proper 12? I'll tell you where the proper 12 is. It's down me bleeding gob. I had about, me and the neighbour had some yesterday. We drank the bottle between me and him, so I drank fucking half of it, along with a few Guinness as well to wash it down. But yeah, mad sentence. So no, that's why the stream was a bit late today. You know, I was in bed for a while. He was out playing football. But yeah, that's the story there. It makes me so angry there. And not, yeah, they're there, not, yeah, I know what you mean. They're killing it in League One. I know, and that's the frustrating thing. And you just know as well, we'll probably end up in Europe if it's the Europa League or something this season, and you just know Marseille are going to beat us. You know, we'll get them along the way or something like that, and they'll probably fucking slaughter us, and he'll score a bleeding hat-trick. You know, it's always the same. It's like, you know, games like this is what you want them to be in. Like, you know, it'd be great to see them out there tomorrow. But look, we have to just go with who we have now. Is there any other young players that you'd like to see out that I haven't mentioned? You know, I'd like as it says, that Patino young fella. I personally think, now I'd start him. I personally think he's going to probably come on in the last 20 minutes or something like that. Just give the young fella a bleeding chance. Don't be like, you know, fucking throw him out there, throw him into the deep end, off with you, swim, go, off with you, mate. You know what I mean? Don't be just fucking like, you know, a few minutes here and there. Give them a good game. Get in, get them experience, senior football. You cannot get better experience than that. You know what I mean? Unless you're bringing them out on loan. Niall, are you good at football quizzes, Dale? You've got Kazim, the Chelsea fan, in the draw. Yeah, do you know what? I'll tell you, Niall. I know I have him, yeah, and it's going to be tough because he knows his stuff as well. The thing about quizzes, sometimes I'm good, I'm on form, and I'm good. Like even in general knowledge, I'd be bleeding. Like, you know, I'm good. But then sometimes I just get too many brain farts. You know what I mean? With years and stuff like that. You know, it's something like I'm very bad with years. So if someone says to me, right, let's talk about the 2002 season or something like that, I couldn't even tell you who started for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? But you know, yeah, it's just with years and stuff like that do me. So that gets me. But yeah, look, we'll be on Rich's channel and stuff like that. I'll drop the link as well in and that. We're doing a quiz. It'd be funny to see if you are interested. Just drop by and have a quick look. Look at me making a show of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
again, like Villarreal, it would be poetic justice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know. I would like to see either Vlahovic or Martinez. Yeah, up front. Yeah, geez, he was Inter Milan player, isn't he? Yeah, he's good actually. He is good, but we were linked to him, but I don't think, was it the missus or something like that didn't want to go, or was that Dybala's or someone like that? I know it was someone over in Italy, like, you know. But you don't want bleeding that, you know what I mean? Some bleeding missus telling you what to do all the time, you know. And you fucking man up. You know, if you want to play for the club, go and play for them. Don't be bleeding listening to other people, you know. Does Green actually know his stuff? Is he clever? Well, I'll tell you, I've looked at his streams and stuff like that, and he seems to be, like, you know, he knows the stuff anyway about Chelsea anyway. But the thing that I'm fearing the most is, and I think I will get it, there'll be an Arsenal question, and that puts the pressure on you then, you have to know this. You know what I mean? And then next thing, oh shit, you know what I mean? It'll be embarrassing.
You just don't even know.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I was looking in at one of the quizzes as well, Stephen Featley, and if you Featley, check him out. He's a great guy. You know what I mean? And he talks about Formula One and stuff like that. But I was looking at he was doing a quiz as well, Formula One. Now I was just looking, I was sort of hiding in the background. I didn't want to, like, you know, say hello, and he invites me in and start asking me questions. I'd be fucking, like, you know. Now I do know me Formula One a bit, and I know me Formula One from when the Jordans were in it until the Jordans sort of left, and then I watched it obviously a bit after that. But then when Hamilton just kept winning and winning and winning, I was just there, fuck this, and I just didn't really, I didn't really start watching it. But then
you were,
yeah. And Stephen, if he's listening or if he's looked at this, he won't be impressed with that because he loves Hamilton. But yeah, I love. Once I watched the thing on Formula One, the Netflix documentary. If you didn't see that, watch it, because I'm telling me, sister-in-law loves Formula One now over it. It's really good.
Oh yeah, I actually.
And I fell back in love with the sport as well after that.
And if I was in like the live stream quiz, I would just be in the corner.
Don't ask me.
And then it just says, so Zach, what do you think I'll be?
Oh, well, what's that smell, Zach?
Smell it to the side.
Yeah. Jesus, yeah. But yeah, that's the story. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose Niall. Yeah, he does look clever. I think, you know. So I don't want to be the first one out, if you know what I mean. Go out in the first round. So I am going for him. I want to beat him. I do want to beat him and have the bragging rights. You know what I mean. So I think, I'm not sure when it's coming up, when I'm in that quiz. But I'll tell you, I'll have the old the Bible of football out and going through it, like, you know what I mean. I'll have to, because, like, yeah, I may know a lot about Arsenal, but probably other clubs I wouldn't be too up on, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And who did you get, Niall, by the way? And Niall as well, you're more than welcome to drop by or anything like that if you want, no problem at all. And definitely come in sometime. I'll drop the link even now again, just to, if anyone does want to come in, have a chat, have a say, talk shite, like I'm talking shite.
And if I even had a phone like right here that said like the stuff on it, I would just look.
It's still.
I still wouldn't know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how brutal I am.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I only know like a few like bloody 1 + 1, you know.
You're good at maths. That's the main
Yeah,
thing. Like, you
yeah.
know what I mean? You might be a bleeding mathematician here or something like that, you know. But he's yeah. I'm just look back to the football anyway. I'm pretty sure they have a few players that, like, you know, will they fucking beat us? You know, what if they do beat us? What happens? Does Arteta get a pass? You know, will he get a pass? I'll fucking tell you, he won't get a pass off me. It's just a no. And that's no disrespect to Nottingham Forest, but it's just, we should be beating these. We have a team that's like, you know, well capable of beating them, you know. But I just think, I'm going to say, I think if we do lose, it could be a howler from Leno, you know, probably a set piece, something like that they might score, you know. I think that's sort of what I was saying earlier on. That's the team that I'd like to see. I think the team that he's going to put out, obviously pending availability and stuff like that, and I don't know exactly who is fit and who's not fit, but I think he's going to start with Leno in goal. I think in defence, yeah, Rob Holding, Pablo Marie. I heard that he's back and he's not injured anymore and stuff like that. So I just think that he's going to start with him in defence as well. But I also think that Sambi will definitely get a look in, and I think Eddie will definitely get a look in as well. I don't think he's going to start Patino. For some reason, I just don't think he is, and I think he will only give him about 20 minutes to a half an hour of a run out, which I think is wrong. I think he'll definitely start Smith Rowe, and I think, definitely Balogun and Eddie will definitely get a run out. So, yeah, like with them few players, will he start Lacazette up front, put, like, you know, give him a break, you know, he needs it, you know, concentrate on the league. That's the most important thing. But yeah, look, we're gonna wrap it up there, and look, thanks a million for tuning in, and subscribe if you don't mind, and throw an old thumbs up as well. Really appreciate that. So tomorrow, I'm gonna drop a video reaction to the game. I'm not gonna do a preview of it. I don't think. I'll give you I'm also going on Big Josh's player rating after the game as well. That'll be interesting, especially if we lose. Jesus Christ. Hopefully, I'm praying to God we don't. But yeah, look, thanks for tuning in. Have a good evening. Enjoy your Saturday evening and night. And tune in tomorrow. Check out the videos and subscribe. Hit the notification. Peace.
Bye.